So let's say you've been doing this for a while and you've managed to build up some amounts of money that are in each one of these pools. You're now going to want to keep an eye on the prices using Kucoin or an alternative of these coins. So for example, see this coin went down to 5,500 here. That would have been a brilliant time for you to take some Tomb and buy some T-shares. Now that it's pounced all the way back up here again, we're now contemplating, do we sell T-shares back into Tomb to take advantage of the higher Tomb Phantom price? Now that's entirely up to how you're going to play it, because there's going to be so many different ways of actually making money out of this depending on what's going on at the time. But right now you can see this is 8,100. It's coming up to the recent highs where it's likely to turn around and start reducing in price again. Now we've had a double bottom, which is a bullish chart formation, so if we can then push through this resistance area around here, then the next areas we're likely to move up to are the 9,000 and the 9,500 mark. So that's going to be your next resistance zone around there. So you maybe don't want to consider selling here, although you can see that these bars are actually starting to decrease in size. So you've got that. You've also got the Tomb against a Phantom. So this is the peg. Now you can see, imagine up here you own quite a lot of Tomb. At this point here, you really ought to be selling some of that Tomb back into Phantom in the hope that it comes back down again. You will end up with a lot more Tomb than you actually started off with. Conversely, if you're down here, you want to buy as much Tomb as possible, because then when it comes up here, you've now got a lot more Phantoms worth of Tomb. Now, I believe that this volatility is likely caused from the infancy of the project at the time, and the more established that the project grows, the less likely it is to wildly swing around as we have been seeing. So we came up, then we've had some volatility to the upside, and then maybe these bounces now start to become a little bit smaller and more shallow as the number of people on board starts to grow. The more money that's in there, the less an individual person can actually move that amount around. So you can see that right now a T-share as a ratio of Phantom is really high, which is why I'm saying potentially, because not only are people looking at the dollar value, they're also looking at the value against a T-share. Now you can see we're getting into this area here, obviously has caused some resistance. Not that far from the all-time high. We've got another 15% or so to go, and then we actually get to the all-time high. So the dollar amount isn't necessarily the be-all and end-all when you're looking at, see how much further that's still got to go. If you go to the ruler and measure from here up to there, you've still got 35% to go, whereas if you go onto the other graph, okay, refresh that. So if you go onto here and then you measure from where we're at there and you go up to where we are there, you've only got 8.5% until we hit the high. So going back to the previous chart, if you go and do it against a dollar instead, and then take the measurement and see where 8.5% gets you to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's that the resistance on this chart here is going to coincide perfectly with the resistance area here between 9,500 and 9,000. So that's going to be a really tough area to break through unless there's some major fundamental news that's going to push us through it without really being impacted by all of the pending orders and people who are just sat waiting for that particular price area, knowing that it's likely a reversal area.